In order to foster effective communication skills, it's important to scaffold speaking assignments in the classroom. The idea behind scaffolding assignments comes from backward design, planning for your final assignment and then breaking that into small components that students work on over the semester. Most teachers and professors are likely aware of the ideas behind scaffolding writing assignments. For instance, research assignments are typically scaffolded and broken down into segments for students, such as topic proposals, literature reviews, method sections, etc. Students will also be typically aware of some of the basic mechanics of writing, such as grammar, sentence structure, and proper tone. Students are far less likely to have received instructions in the basics of effective oral communication. The anxiety tied to speaking publicly compounds these issues. Jerry Seinfeld is famous for having joked that more people would prefer to be in the casket than giving the eulogy at a funeral. Taking this context in mind, it's critically important to scaffold speaking assignments. Scaffolding is effective for two reasons. First, it provides support for the work. And second, scaffolding provides safety. This is important when considering the vulnerability tied to public speaking. When scaffolding speaking assignments, there are three components to keep in mind: voice, competence, and content. One of the basic anxieties tied to speaking publicly is an unfamiliarity with how your voice sounds when resonating in a room. To address this, provide students with a variety of low-stakes activities such as introductions, working together in groups, or even beginning class with a name your favorite ligament, philosopher, or theory, whatever your class is focused on. These activities will allow your students to feel comfortable speaking in the classroom and will help develop trust amongst one another. Second, it's important to think about how your assignments work together to build increasing competencies in oral communication. Explicitly structure your assignments so that they move from lesser to greater complexity, focusing on speaking, then focusing on speaking with a small amount of content, then focusing on speaking with more sophisticated content. Formatively ordering your assignments in this way will help students build confidence as they work on building their skills. Last, but certainly not least, you'll need to think about what kind of course content and structure you'll follow in your class. As we all know, there are only so many hours in a day and only so many minutes in a class period. You will need to make sure that you devote some time to oral communication skills in order for your students to succeed. Instead of thinking of this as sacrificing content, frame it as maximizing your students' opportunities to develop a critical skill for their personal and professional lives. In terms of course content and speaking assignments, think about what sorts of oral communication activities matter most to your field: interviewing, explaining concepts, and then building assignments focused on those. Scaffolding speaking assignments is one of the ways you can make your classroom a rewarding and productive environment. Happy speaking and good luck!